Celebrities look like they are living fabulous lives, but it wasn't always that way. Some of them had to work their butts off to reach their dreams. They didn't come from money. They know what it is like to scrape for every single penny. Here are a few rags to riches stories that will motivate you to start putting more energy into achieving your dreams just like they did. Chris Pratt lived in a van. In order to find success in Hollywood, though, Pratt, like any actor, needed a big break. Pratt's came when he was just a teenager waiting tables at a restaurant in Maui. Born in Minnesota but raised in Washington, Pratt began taking some community college acting classes after graduating from high school in 1997, but he left college after less than a semester. Pratt tried saving money by working as a discount ticket salesman and even as an amateur stripper. Pratt told BuzzFeed that he even got paid $40 to strip for his friend's grandmother's birthday party once, though he added, "I did go one time and audition on a stage for a club, but I don't think I got the job. I don't think I'm a very good dancer." When he was 19, Pratt moved to Hawaii after a friend offered to buy him a one-way ticket. There, Pratt basically became homeless, living in a van by the beach while he worked a variety of minimum wage jobs. Pratt struggled to land substantial acting roles over the next few years, and he worked in an LA restaurant to make money while awaiting his next career break. Pratt was making less than $30 per day at the Beverly Hills restaurant, and he told Norton that he'd try to save money on food by eating off of customers' plates. Now, Pratt is one of Hollywood's biggest stars and he has his choice of major acting roles, a turn of fortune he says he could never have imagined when his career began. As of 2021, Chris Pratt's net worth is roughly $60 million. Ed Sheeran dropped out of school and slept in subway stations. Ed Sheeran is now one of the biggest names in music, but he started off as a struggling artist in London's bustling music scene. The singer would often spend nights sleeping in the London Underground train stations or on top of heating vents. There was an arch outside Buckingham Palace that has a heating duct, and I spent a couple of nights there. That's where I wrote the song, Homeless, and the lines, "It's not a homeless night for me, I'm just home less than I'd like to be," Sheeran wrote in his book, A Visual Journey. Once, while playing a gig at a local homeless shelter, he met a drug-addicted prostitute named Angel. Sheeran was so moved by her story that he dedicated his song, The A-Team, to her. This song would become one of Sheeran's first breakout singles, catapulting him into the spotlight. Sheeran now sells out stadiums across the globe and has a net worth of $200 million. J.K. Rowling was a single mom struggling to make ends meet before she wrote the Harry Potter books. Before the idea for Harry Potter famously came to J.K. Rowling in a dream, the writer was a single mother struggling to pay her rent. Rowling battled depression and other obstacles before becoming one of the most successful female writers in recent history, as well as one of the most beloved British authors of all time, though she has now faced controversy over some transphobic statements. Highly imaginative as a kid who thrived on stories, she drew from her surroundings and the people in her life as inspirations for the books, which have now become one of the biggest movie franchises. As of 2021, the author's net worth stands at $1 billion. Oprah Winfrey grew up poor and went to college on a scholarship. Oprah Winfrey was born into a poor Mississippi family in 1954, but that didn't stop her from achieving unparalleled success. After a traumatic upbringing in which she was abused and molested by two family members and a family friend, she ran away from home at the age of 13. At 14, she gave birth. The child died shortly after. Always an intelligent and driven young woman, Winfrey was awarded a scholarship to Tennessee State University. Following an appearance in a local beauty pageant, she went on to become the first African-American TV correspondent in the state at the young age of 19. The acclaimed talk show host later moved to Chicago, where she began work on her very own morning show. It would later be widely known as The Oprah Winfrey Show. She was the first woman in history to own and produce her own talk show. The show aired for 25 seasons, from 1986 to 2011. Since moving on from her talk show, Winfrey has founded OWN, the Oprah Winfrey Network. Celine Dion grew up in a poor family as one of 14 children. Celine Dion grew up in Canada as the youngest of 14 siblings. Her family went through hard times trying to support Dion and her siblings. We were 3, 4 in the same bed. I did not have a bedroom. Up the stairs, before going in the bedrooms, there was a little ramp. And my bed was there, she said. She started performing in small events, slowly acclaiming fame as a teen star with an angelic singing voice. With the support from her loving family, she endeavored to win multiple awards at a young age, and more as she grew up to be a hit singer. She went on to climb to the top of the charts with hits like My Heart Will Go On and It's All Coming Back to Me Now. Her current net worth of $800 million speaks volumes of what she has achieved in her lifetime, because she had to mortgage her home just to release her first record. It also points out Dion's never-ending dedication and passion for music. Halle Berry once slept in a homeless shelter. Years before Halle Berry won an Oscar, she slept in a homeless shelter. A struggling actress desperately wanting to make it in Hollywood, the star sought out cheaper housing alternatives. She says, however, that her struggles during her early acting career made her stronger in the end. In an interview with People, Berry said, "It taught me how to take care of myself and that I could live through any situation, even if it meant going to a shelter for a small stint." Halle Berry now has a reported net worth of $100 million.